Good morning. Good morning. Happy Sunday. There's a deer right there. Objects are actually closer than they appear. But I wanted to share this with you. Yes, I did. Yes, Apple. Look at that beautiful sunrise. Okay, so here we are. I had someone send me a kind message yesterday saying, "Girl, where have you been?" You know where I've been? Tired. That's where I've been. That's prettiness. And I have been I had to get a picture. I think, you know what? I'm going to have a talk with my bladder about what time it wakes me up so that it starts waking me up every day at this time so that I start getting up again. Because I can see this from my bathroom window. And because I can see it, then I'm really motivated to get out and get it and walk out here. The other thing is my shoes I've been walking with. They are covered in road mud and and I haven't washed them yet. I need to throw them in the wash today. They're filthy. They're filthy because I walk on this. See this? Yes, which makes it a challenge, and I haven't wanted to wear them, and I left them outside, and then it rained, and I think it's just time to pitch them. So I got my little slip-ons, which are really not great for walking. Have y'all had a gait analysis? G-A-I-T, not like a garden gait, like gait, like how you walk or how you run. Not all shoes are created equally. I just had this conversation with a friend of mine about the shoes that she was wearing. She had increased her activity, and she was wearing her, how pretty. She was wearing a brand. I'm not going to disclose it because I'm not endorsing anybody. But I just said, make sure you're wearing a shoe that is the best for you. So she went out and bought a different pair of shoes, and they were for her gait and her specific type of pronation, and she loves them. Her husband even bought a pair. So just make sure, and I know like a lot of gait analysis is a lot of gait analyzing, that's the word. Firing on all cylinders this morning I am. No, I'm not. Wow. Sometimes they're done in person, which a lot of people aren't comfortable having done right now. But there are websites, shoe companies online that will do one for you, like just based on a few of your little exercises at home. So anyway, just about that. But I am not wearing the appropriate shoes this morning, so this walk may just end up being a mile. So, okay, let's talk about Just Try July. The last couple days I have not had a distinct try. I've been busy. I shared in my last Trail Talk about unexpected doors being opened when you try new things. But because of that, sometimes your brain, to walk through the door, has to do some work. And maybe that work, because you don't know what's going on in the room beyond the door, the work causes you to it needs to be focused on, basically. So I've been learning all about an area of business that I don't have a ton of experience in. And so any of you who are entrepreneurs out there or started a small business and didn't go to school for business, may have found yourself where you are trying to learn about LLCs and S Corps and accounting and bookkeeping and lots of things. I mean, we had a small business, but it was so small that the scale, anyway, it just doesn't even matter. What I'm saying is I am learning about a lot of things I've never learned about before. And that's causing me to be busy. I gotta rest my arm. I hold my phone up with my arm, which is fine because I have a lot of experience working with like a dancer's frame. Not that I am now, but I used to be in ballroom dance. You hold your frame. So that's what I do when I walk. I hold my frame, hold my elbows up, and it creates a nice, strong shoulder. So anyway, so just that little update is that I have just been, I've been accelerating my small business plan. I don't know if any of you know or were around or listened to, I think you did, my discussions over this past few months with the pandemic about how important it was for me to find something that I could do to provide and supplement my family's income from what my husband makes. I had to find something different to do than what I was doing because of the risk of exposing Charlotte to a virus that she's not strong enough to fight. She might be, but I don't want to take that chance. I really don't know. So I was trying something new, and a door opened up. I used to clean houses, which seems, I don't know. I feel like some people may think there's risk involved. Some people may think it's low risk. I think there's risk, and for me, it's not a risk I'm willing to take with my only child. So, and she goes with me in the summer, and then sending her back to school, I need to keep her home in the fall. So anyway, so I tried something new with a small business plan, and some doors have opened up to me, which has caused me to accelerate my business plan and have to learn about a whole area of business that I don't feel confident in. So when I don't feel confident in something I don't know, I research. So I spent a lot of time doing that. And because of that, because I didn't know how much I wanted to talk about, I haven't really talked to you guys. So the other thing is, because of that, my weight loss journey has been on autopilot, which happens. It happens. To me, it's the cruise control portion of the journey where you don't have a lot of health and wellness obstacles. So you feel real comfortable just to put on cruise control. So that's where I've been, which has led to a few days where I was speeding through my, I don't know, maybe not speeding, I don't even know the right analogy, but I've had a few days that have been a struggle. I am negative in my weeklies, and I'm okay with it. So, and I used to exercise every day, and I've only had a few days over 10,000 steps. And so this week it's going to change. In fact, today my plan is to have a meeting with the scale and grab some data, see where I'm at from this last week of autopilot, cruise control, and start again. It's not like I wasn't going. It's just that I needed to tweak something. I need to adjust. I needed to get out of the car and stretch my legs is what I needed to do. So that's what I did last week. I relaxed, stretched my legs, got a snack, couple snacks, and not anything overly indulgent or ridiculous in any way, just more than normal. The other thing that I identified, and you guys, I've talked about this if you've been following me for any length of time, as far as women and hormones we have throughout the month or the 28 days. I could tell immediately when there was a change hormonally because of how I felt physically. The change caused an increase in my appetite and a lack of self-confidence. There's the sunrise. There you go. There you go. Started off prettier. It's brightening up now. But those two things together do not do well. A lack of confidence and increased appetite. Well, that's a recipe for 3 days of disaster. And some days, depending on, or months, for me, I handle that better than others. But this month, because I was already feeling the lack of confidence because of external factors, having a hormonal reason to have a dip in confidence, and then having an increased appetite, the two combined, and boom, boom, there went my weeklies. And it's okay. We still have not caught the skunk. Just so y'all know. The skunk is still around, thinking he's a hunk. Anyway, so I'm going to show you my corn here in a minute. So that's what's been going on. Nothing bad, nothing good, nothing great, nothing sad. So I've just been going. Summer also tends to be a maintenance season for me. I was all gung-ho. I was going to try to get to goal. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm going to go back to the things, the practices, the things I practice. Focus more on those than the finishing. Thank you, Jay Shetty, for that gem that he shared when he was interviewed or had his discussion with Oprah. Okay, here's my corn. Look at this nice corn. We had some rain. That has been the other reason why I haven't walked, just because it was raining for a few days. But corn's popping up in rows. You know what? When I think about corn and rain, I think about that song about corn makes rain and rain. No, rain makes corn and corn makes whiskey. The other thing we have is milkweed. This is milkweed right here. And those are cotton candy clouds back there. By the way, milkweed, that's what the monarchs like. And I actually saw a couple yesterday. So that was nice. We're going to turn around here. So anyway, that's what's been going on with me. Just a busy bee, and I'm trying to kind of maintain my normals. Trying to maintain my practices, but also just trying to stretch my legs a little bit. Yeah, there you go. So that's that. Okay. Charlotte is doing well. It's my daughter. She's 7. I am noticing a couple struggles with her. I don't know if they're related to the pandemic or child development. 2 things. She does not want to go to sleep at night. I mean, we do. We have a routine. We've had the same routine since she was 2. And she just does not want to fall asleep. One night she was crying because she wanted to fall asleep and she couldn't. So we have some things we're going to try. Listening to a story, not us being in the room, but listening to one being read, some music, some things. So that has been a real struggle because she used to be in bed by 7:30, 8 o'clock. And then we would have the rest of our evening to do things that we need to do, like the dishes. And she's up. And we are going to try to wake her up earlier. But that's hard when the kid has struggled to go to bed all night, to go in their bedroom at 7:30 and say, get your butt up. She's 7. So there's that. The other thing is children have no concept of timelines and things that need to be done. And so there's a lot of she doesn't have any interaction with other kids. I don't know if any of you have just one child, a home and only child, but there's a lot of struggle with keeping them entertained with independent play because they don't have the outlet of playing with other friends, which we just can't take that risk. Some people are like, let her have a play date. Kevin will not let that happen. Or she'd go to school, so she'd play all day. So I really try. But I still have things I need to do. As a parent, so I try to get up early to do them. Then I'm tired because I'm staying up late with her, like sometimes 10:30, 11 o'clock. And I like to be in bed so I can get up with the sun. So I need to wake her up with the sun, then she'll go better. Anyway, so I've had those struggles. Just parenting struggles. We'll get through them. She's a generally good girl. Like, not good, but she's generally well-dispositioned child, is what I'll say. So, but we're just going through some attitude growing pains. Anyway, I wonder what she'll be like when she's 14. So, but that's why I'm trying to stay home, so that I can influence and I can mold her, and I can be the characters in her chapters, Kevin and I can. So, anyway, at least have a big role. I talked about that a few days ago. Okay, so there's the sunrise. There we go, Michigan sunrise. I think that might be, I don't know, I think the sun's probably coming up there. That's where it's brightest. The last update is Jill. Adventure Cat Jill. Not so much Adventure Cat anymore, although she came to the porch today, soaking wet. I don't know what that was all about. But I will tell you, for any of you who don't know, Jill is our female half of our Jack and Jill pair of cats, outdoor cats. About 4 or 5 weeks ago, she showed up on a Saturday morning with a puncture wound, in shock, and the inability to use her hind legs. She was dragging them behind her. And we brought her in and doctored her up and got her cleaned up because she was a mess. Kind of looked at her wound, and I realized she needed some vet care. So we went and got that. And then the next few days were horrible, keeping her contained in our home. She didn't know how to use the bathroom. It was just a mess, and I had scheduled to have her euthanized because I thought this is inhumane. And then I started having second thoughts, thinking I didn't even give this cat a chance. And I would want someone to give me a chance. And it could take up to so many weeks. So I said, well, she gets 2 weeks, but we're going to put her outside. We're going to put her back outside because she's an outside cat. We're going to see how she's doing in a few days. Well, here we are, like 5 weeks later, and that cat used one of her 9 lives, and she's doing great. That cat is doing great. She still has symptoms of her condition. Like when she walks, one of her legs crisscrosses behind the other, but she is learning to run again. She is chasing small critters, and sometimes she's successful. Although, showing up with a mouse does not mean you caught a mouse. It may mean your brother helped you. I'm not sure. Because we did see one day he came running up from the garden with a mouse or vole or something. And he gave it to her, which I thought was really sweet. What a sweet, kind brother. So anyway, so she's doing well. She's doing well. The rub spot she had on her paw from dragging them is healing up. Yeah. So, and she's so sweet. She really loves me now. She didn't love me before. She was judgy Jill. I don't know if any of you remember that. She was Jill with the judgy eyes. And Jack was, what's up, dude? That was Jack, and she was like this all the time with her face. And now she loves me and can't get enough of me. Okay, so there we go. Okay, I have a feeling, oh good. Well, I didn't have a very good pace, but I did stop a couple times to look at the sunrise. There's your mile. If you've been watching me, you've been walking with me, there's your mile. So today, my July try, the list of 3 things. Try and walk at sunrise. Boom. 2. Try for 3 big cups of water. 72 ounces. Struggling on the waterfront. I have those days too. You guys realize that, right? Yes, I have maintained 190-pound weight loss. And this year I've been up and down 4 pounds all year long. But I've maintained 190-pound weight loss, and I still have days where I don't want to practice things that got me to where I am. It happens. You know, it happens. It happens. So I got to work on those things. The other thing I want to try to do today is get 10, I'm being specific, 10 items posted on the TheGotGoalsGirl garments page on Instagram. That's the other thing. Oh my gosh, this talk is getting so long because, hello, I haven't talked in like a decade. You know, I'm like celebrating my 100th birthday over here. No, I'm not. But it's like, hello, I'm 100 and here I am. I'm going to fill you in on the last 50 years of my life. That math is not even correct. But what I'm saying is, a lot of time has passed. And I have been busy. I haven't been just sitting on the couch. So I've been purging the house. Just like it is time to move on to the next phase of our lives. We went through kids' toys, old blankets, baby blankets, swaddle blankets. Why am I saving those? I have a 7-year-old. And I'm close enough. Well, actually, if we had another baby, which we don't plan on it, we would not be using the stuff we used 7 years ago. So I need to clean it out. In fact, Kevin and I looked in the basement and he was like, you know, you have baby girl 18-month clothes down here. I'm like, I know. That was the time of period I loved dressing her the most. So I have a ton of, what do you guys do with that stuff? I have a ton of baby stuff. Like clothes that just, like entire lines from Gymboree. I think I started selling about 18 months, but they were some of my favorites. And it was when Gymboree was good. I think it's supposed to be getting good again because they went back to their like nostalgia of vintage styles instead of the neon and sparkles and cartoon animals all over everything. Anyway, but I don't know. I was like, no, we can't get rid of that stuff. Oh, so I've got baby clothes, but I was good with blankets. Got rid of blankets, got rid of just going through and getting rid of junk. Trying. So 10 items today. Walk at sunrise, check. 72 ounces of water. 10 TheGotGoalsGirl garment posts. That's my plan. You guys know what I'm talking about. I have a page where I sell my old clothes on Instagram. So you can go check that out. Cheap, affordable clothes. Not cheap. So I basically just extend like Goodwill pricing to you because that's where it would go if I didn't sell it. And so I'm not going to make a ton of money off of the clothes. Anyway, so that's where that's at. Some of it's a little bit higher, like resale consignment shop. There we go. We made it. Sun's coming up on my street. I hope the sun's up where you're at. I'm going to stop talking now. Thank you for walking with me this morning. And remember, you've got goals. Go get them. Bye, guys.